You want to get it started?
Let's do it.
Take them through the board, Jim.
Oh, the board in all its glory. The board is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more.
Boy, Evan, when he says it, it takes on a serious tone. It's that over-enunciation. I love it. All right. You know where we got to start?
We have to start
Coach
with Big
Prime.
Noon.
You got to start with Coach Prime. It's number 17 TCU laying 20.5 as they host Coach Prime's Colorado Buffaloes. Noon on Fox. I desperately wanted to play this game. I really felt like everyone's going to try to just drop a bomb on Coach Prime. He's already in fights with coaches. Nobody likes him. He's taking the oxygen in the room. But here's my beef. From a football perspective, I don't know if any offense in America will take a bigger step back than TCU this year. You go from Max Duggan, you go Kendre Miller, Riscano, Quentin Johnson, and Garrett Riley, and an offense that was just so dominant. And you're replacing it with Chandler Morris, the dude who didn't win the job last year, Kendall Briles, who wasn't very good at Arkansas and has a different perspective on offense. I think they're going to throw it more. And then you look at Colorado, and obviously, Shedeur Sanders. I know they got a couple Power 5 transfers from South Florida at wide receiver. Here's my beef. Colorado's offensive line could be one of the 10 worst in America. I don't know what type of system we're running here. I don't know what they're capable of running. Jim, the unknowns here scare the shit out of me because if I'm betting TCU, I'm laying 3 touchdowns. I just got done saying, what if the offense steps back and let's say they get to 31? Well, I got a terrible news for everybody. Colorado could score a late touchdown down 31-6, and you're beat. And the other side of it, I don't want to take less than 3 touchdowns with a team. I have no concept what I'm going to be watching. 100 new transfers.
You're going to see people throw numbers on it. It's 50. 50 transfers that Deion's bringing into the program. And for everybody who goes, well, he's going to go out and get the best, the most athletic, 4 top 100 transfer portal guys.
Takes time.
That's my point. But it's not like he went in and recruited a super team. It's not like he took the starting offensive line from the Big Ten and then he went out and got receivers and quarterbacks from the Pac-12. This is still a collection of cast-offs. Couple high-end dudes and a whole bunch of guys that are lucky to be there.
Yeah,
he'll get them where they need to be because he's charismatic and people buy in and believe him. But it doesn't happen in year one. It's not going to happen in game one.
Here's the other thing. Do we know Shedeur Sanders is good?
No, we don't know he's any good.
Now, I know 4-star recruit. How much of that was whose kid he was? How much of that performance as he played at Jackson State?
Well, now step up in competition.
I think this 3-3-5 with Joe Gillespie, no joke, man. This ain't Scotty Hazelton.
So
they're going to get out there, and it's going to be Havoc City. I worry, Shedeur Sanders going to make some highlights. You know what else? If you're running for your life all night, big yikes. You could be in this mix if you're a Colorado bettor. Pick 6, fumble 6, something terrible happens to you. I have no play. I want to watch it because I'm fascinated by Deion. Is there anything with a total here? Again, too much unknown, but I wanted to offer it to you.
Yeah, if you're going to bet the game. And again, we're going to talk through some games we don't bet. There's just so many games every
week. By the way,
week.
If you're a beverage distributor, still need a beverage sponsor. Hello, good people out there. I'm a big energy drink guy. Get involved. Find Evan Jenkins.
If you're going to bet this game, I actually think TCU is the way to do it. There's some value on the money differential.
Hang on. It's week 1. Give me the cactus.
All right.
Hold on. Come here, little buddy.
Value. 46% of the bets, but 60% of the money. We call that a positive differential of 14%. And part of me thinks this. If Colorado is dilapidated, they're down on the mat, TCU is going to score a little bit. Can they get to 35-38 and you're comfortable? This could be a beatdown blowout.
Well, the other thing is, Sonny Dykes ain't going to take the foot off the gas if he's in the position because nobody is a friend of Colorado.
And I'm seeing 20.5, so you are on the right side of a key number. I'm not betting it, but we want to give people stuff if this is their game. If they're a TCU fan, they're a Colorado fan, or this is a game they've been looking forward to for 3 months.
Okay.
TCU would be the lean.
All right, let's go to the next game, number 2, Michigan, Jim's B squad, laying 35.5, hosting East Carolina, my B squad. Shout out Pirate Nation. High noon on the cock.
Peacock, NBC streaming service, has this one.
I
mean, that's going to be what everybody calls it in their living room, right?
Well, you call it the Ocho. We call it, on the Big Ten Network. I mean, look, Peacock. Who the wants to stream a football game? Seriously.
But they're doing this because you got this game. Your team's playing on the cock, week 3?
Yeah.
My team plays Notre Dame on the cock this season.
That's right.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're forced onto
The
it.
good old PC. I got to be honest here. No Jim Harbaugh. No, I'm not going to turn this into the Mother Teresa saga. They're laying 35.5. They got no reason to be here. They got no reason to run this up. Let's say they win 42-7. You still don't cover. Harbaugh not there. Sharon Moore not there. I'm pretty sure they've got like Benny Oosterbon's grave calling plays. Look, the problem for me as the representative of East Carolina football, no quarters, raise the Jolly Roger, purple haze on the intro with purple smoke. They lost everything. I mean, Holton Allers, the hefty lefty's gone after 17 years in Greensboro. They lost Keaton Mitchell. They just lost so much. I think East Carolina has a chance to be pretty bad. But I also don't know if Michigan's really motivated here. We've seen how they've handled the preseason. I mean, they'll put it on teams, but what value is there in this number north of 5 touchdowns? 5.
You struggle with the big numbers.
I do.
As like a seasoned NFL, grizzled NFL bettor, you look at 35.5 and it repulses you. You will never lay that many points in any game,
No.
right?
No.
It's not in your DNA.
For me, it's just no. Wait a minute. Given those points. Thank you, Value Cactus.
But I would take the points, not take the points. I'd lay the points if I was betting this game.
Tell me you're not.
I'm not.
Tell me you're not.
But again,
my man,
here's the thought process. You said who's calling plays? I think it does matter. It's the quarterback coach. Is he going to want to flex a little bit, let JJ get loose? And even if he doesn't, Mike, Michigan runs the ball. And that's not exactly a, hey, we're going to run the clock out. They're going to run you over. Last year, soft schedule, they won by an average of 49 points per game. So even in the games against the nobodies where you're not playing anybody in the second half, they won by nearly 50 points a game in the non-con. ECU, you mentioned it. They lose the quarterback. They lose the running back. They didn't turn the ball over last year. What happens with new quarterback, new running back, trying to make things happen against a good defense? Turnovers happen. Short fields happen. Easy touchdowns happen. So I actually think if you're going to play this, you do lay the 35.5 points and you go. I know you'll never do it, Mike.
Not never.
You'll never do it.
Now he's baiting me into betting one of these big favorites.
Never do it. I mean, we'll do an entire season's worth of podcasts.
You know,
if you're not doing it early in the year, you're not going to get these kind of spreads in the middle or the late part of the year.
Jim, and in many ways, like a married couple, you know, we took vows that we were not going to sit here and bet 78 games on week 1 and get all horned up and go nuts. Now, come on.
Okay.
Don't.
I'm not betting it.
All right.
We got Michigan Wolverine fans that listen.
By the way, people, I guarantee I get this text at about 12:30 in the afternoon. I love streaming games. Go Blue. And it's going to be a ticket laying 35.5. I guarantee it. Peacock forever. Let's get to the next game because we want to get to cover as many games as we can. We want to try to do that for you this year and not just the spotlight stuff. I just thought this was interesting, our next one.
You insisted this was on this.
Because I think this is a bad number.
This is a bettor's game.
Yeah, I think in many ways. So, number 25, Iowa, laying 24 against Utah State, noon FS1. Now, why is it interesting? I tell you 2 reasons. A, because the total's 43. You're laying 24 and the total's 43. Do the math. They're basically telling you Utah State couldn't score in a whorehouse. Now, 2, what's the number Kirk Ferentz's son has to attain offensively to keep his job this year? They have to average at least 24 points a game. It's in his contract.
Okay.
So we start out right here, right now, laying 24. The other reason is Cade McNamara injured at practice. Now, as of time of taping, the best I can offer you is there is an optimism around the program Cade will play. Kirk Ferentz on his radio show last night said, we're taking it right up to kickoff. But he likes what he's seen the last 2 days.
But they have no incentive to push him.
Well, and there's my point. The backup who started the bowl game, who stinks, he's hurt.
Oh.
So Cade gets some reps and they get up comfortable. They're not pushing this.
No.
Which means the third string quarterback is in this game and you're trying to cover 24. I think you need to ask yourself the following question. Can Utah State score 7 points? because I don't know that Iowa gets to 31.
Iowa's got a good defense, going to be good on defense again.
They're
But
gonna be
this
very
feels
good.
outrageous, doesn't it?
You're
not the first person who's texted me about this week and was like, am I missing something? Is this like a bettor's delight where you just say, hey, take 24 points? There might only be 24 points scored in the game.
If Cade wasn't playing, I actually think it's a Utah State play because it's a third string QB. But where we sit taping right now on Thursday afternoon, I'm not quite there on a play. I think it's something if you watch, and let's say Cade leads them down the field early, and now the live bet, I'm getting Utah State getting 28.5 or 30. That's where maybe you dive in. There is a good live game later I want to offer. But this
is a good live bet. Now, I don't think they're going to hang you at 28 and a half. They'll do what they do, the 26s and 27s.
What if it was 14-0 early after a Utah State, fumble 6? That's got
then it's in the 31. Oh yeah,
because the minute Cade gets pulled, their offense will cease.
Correct.
So it's just
a great live bet window.
Just wanted to mix it. I didn't want to go crazy with this game, but I don't like that number at all. All right, go down the list. Jake Hayner's gone from Fresno, short king season. I'm not talking about the Purdue game. I want to go. I'm not even going to bust your balls because I know you're Mr. Oklahoma, and apparently this dude loves laying big numbers. You want to lay 35.5 to Arkansas State with noted former Central Michigan University head coach, Mr. Butch Jones. Come on. You want to lay it on old Butchie?
I didn't even have it on the sheet.
You're upset Butch left you high and dry. You want to lay?
You know what? How about this? You know what Butch Jones did? He beat Michigan State. That's what Butch Jones did. So you want to bring this full circle?
No, I don't want to bring it full circle, and you always do this hurt.
This goes back to MSU CMU 09.
I know, tomorrow night. Can't wait. No, let me give you a game I wanted to play, and I promised people fun. I promised you guys something where if you just want to relax and watch offensive delights, I wanted to bring this up. Now, this is a public square idiot alert. Here we go, but I want to dive in. You know I like this team in their conference. You know we talked about betting them plus 400 to do the job. I invite you to live in the world of Evan Jenkins and just get stoned. Preston Stone, SMU.
You got your thing with them.
SMU, La Tech, in Dallas, over 66. Now, I can't tell you this is some sharp pro play. Here's the deal. Preston Stone is the best recruit SMU's had probably since Eric Dickerson. 4-star kid, waited his turn. I think Tanner Mordecai was encouraged. You can kindly leave. Preston Stone allegedly is the goods. SMU also has an NIL program where every kid makes $38,000. Why is it relevant? Because you keep your depth. If you're just a solid player, maybe you're a very good player, but you're not the star, why leave SMU? I'm getting $38,000 salary over here. La Tech is horrible. I can't build some case that they're great.
Don't you like their coach, Sonny Cumbie? Slinging around, throwing around.
Former Texas Tech quarterback.
That's right. That's your guy.
I just feel like this is going. And again, look, last week La Tech played FIU. FIU looked like they couldn't beat a fucking high school.
Mm-hmm.
SMU's defense is such absolute fecal matter. Horrific. Their defense is horrific.
So this is an overplay?
This is over 66. This is the laser beams, pew, 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 pew. This is an absolute laser show.
Okay.
Over 66. It's a stupid play, but I'm going to kick off my college football Saturday. You do not, here's the rules. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not asking you to call a hotline. I'm shooting you straight. I talked to somebody this morning. They called me. They go, hey, you got any wacky overs? And I mean, he's the type of dude who wears a can't lose parlay hat. He's a total degenerate. But I said, all right, I'll give you one. I said, if you want just to root for America and apple pie and freedom and points, SMU La Tech, just play over. Let's see SMU ring the bell, score 50, get stoned. This is Evan in Vegas, 17 edibles deep, and just staring at neon lights. I want the over. I want it over 66. Let's fucking party. That's my first Saturday play of the year. I'm 1-0. What do I got to lose? Everything. SMU over. Any interest?
None.
You hate it.
It wasn't on my sheet.
No, I mean, well, that's okay. I mean, I don't have any sway here. I can't convince you to join the fun.
to take an over 66 as the first bet? No.
And I know it's public. I know everyone's going to bet the over.
Oh, neither team can play defense. Shootout city.
Watch this, 17-7. Preston Stone's in a wheelchair by the third quarter. A bunch of shit games. That brings us to
3:30 window.